everybody, Brittany here, owner of Everything Be Nicole. I decided to record a paint tutorial for you all. I know I'm a little late with my fall decor. That's right, my porch is bare at the moment. I have a good reason though. So most of you know I'm a designer, right? An interior exterior designer as far as designing wreaths, door hangers, porch leaners, doormats, signs for outside, inside of the home, all kinds of goodies, right? And so I have to take pictures a lot, very often. And yeah, I don't always like to take down my decor to put up products, to get really good pictures. And so, yeah, that's one of the reasons why my porch is currently bare. However, I have a little oomph in my step. So I'm changing things up a little bit. My goal is to start decorating my front porch and my front yard in general for various holidays and seasons, regardless of what I do, right? So what you see here, I basically cut these pieces out. All of this is going to be assembled on a 4-foot porch leaner. And I did a door hanger 2 days ago. I did post the video of it, a quick video in my YouTube shorts. I also posted it on TikTok as well as my personal and business Facebook page. So if you have not seen that, go ahead and check it out and leave a comment. Let me know what you think about it. I love feedback, you guys. Also, if you have not subscribed already, make sure that you like and subscribe. And yeah, share the love. And if you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask any questions. I'm an open book as far as my business. And there are some things such as legal advice, things like that, that I will not attempt to even make sense of for anyone, but I can possibly get you pointed in the right direction. If you happen to ask something that I cannot answer for whatever reason, just know that I'm here to get to know you all as you all get to know me. So let's go ahead and dive right into it. I'm pretty sure you can tell it's fall Halloween theme because we have our ghost, we have our cat, we have Boo, right? Our pumpkin, we have some greenery and candy corn. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. So first I'm going to start off with letting you guys know what colors I'll be using. So of course we have the Lamp Ebony Black. My favorite brand paint wise is Deco Art Americana paint. So majority of the time this will be the brand that you see me using. I do have some apple barrel paint, but I got all of that paint prior to finding out about Deco Art. So Deco Art is my favorite by far in relation to acrylic paint. Okay, so we have our black here. I'm also going to use Hauser medium green. I have some deep orchid here, jack-o'-lantern orange. Okay, those beautiful fall colors. And then I'm also going to go in with slate gray and warm white, you guys. Okay, and of course I'm going to use my paint pens. I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to use yet, but I pulled 4 just to kind of start with. And then of course I have my paintbrushes. I use these sponges here, makeup sponges, for small letters and things of that nature. And then you're going to see me use painter's tape to kind of hold down those small pieces and letters so they're not all over the place, right? Alrighty. And for anyone wondering, this is the glue that I use, Titebond glue. Okay, it's a really nice glue. I've used it quite a few times, or several times, and I have not had any issues with it. All right, so what I want to do first, let me see. I'm going to paint my candy corn first, you guys. So let me get my, which one do I want to use? Guess I'll go in with this here, and I'm going to go in with my orange first. So if you are new, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're not new, welcome back. Thank you guys for tuning in. I am super excited for what God is doing in my life, in my business, in life in general, right? But I have some really exciting things that I'm working on. Business wise, so super excited to share those things with you all. Again, I'm on Facebook. Everything Be Nicole is the same across all platforms. I'm also on TikTok and of course YouTube, Pinterest. You can find my shop on Etsy at everything b dot Nicole at etsy.com if you want to shop any of my products. I'm thinking about coming out with monthly kits, you guys. Let me know what you think. If you're a crafter and there are some things that you want to do, such as like pieces like this, but you do not have a laser, or maybe you're not a business owner, but you want a hobby or something like that. I am thinking about providing monthly kits for you all, for anyone who will be interested, of course. I think that will be great. Prior to getting my laser a couple months ago, I wanted to do things like that, but of course I couldn't because I just didn't have the right tools, to cut my own things out. I did last year, I purchased a scroll saw, but I've seen videos on YouTube, not YouTube, on TikTok. I've seen videos on TikTok of people using their scroll saw for like very intricate and cuts, and kudos to them. I'm pretty sure had I invested more time in that, I'm pretty sure that whole situation, it would have turned out a lot better than it did. But hey, it is what it is. I still have it. I do plan on playing around with it some more, but since I got my laser, it's a lot easier and I can produce things a lot quicker. And so yeah, so that's my go-to right now. If you have a laser, let me know. If you're a business owner, let me know. If you craft, just for a hobby, I would like to know that too. And of course, let me know where you guys are watching from, any content that you guys would like to see, any questions that you may have. But just a little about me. I've been in business for 4 years now. Everything Be Nicole. Been in business for 4 years. I started somewhere in there during the pandemic, which was a little crazy as far as trying to figure out things during that time or whatnot. But hey, I stuck in there, and here I am 4 years later. I do have an LLC for anyone who may be wondering. I'm from North Carolina. So with the storm that recently came through Helen, yeah, that was a bit crazy. I hope anyone who's watching, if you were in the path of the storm, praying for you guys. I pray that that you were not impacted as heavily. I know some places got it way worse than others, and some lost things like their home, family, things of that nature. So definitely was, that was not the best situation to be in, but definitely praying for you all. If you were in the path of the storm, comment and let me know how you're doing. I would like to hear, you know, how everything is going for you. How was it? You know, anything that you would like to share, feel free to do so. All right, so for those of you wondering, the reason why I'm not painting the entire surface down here of the pumpkin is because I have some pieces that's going to go on top, so you're not going to be able to see that anyhow. I did score some lines with my laser so that I can see exactly where I want things to go, so that's why you see that there. And I'm just going to go along the edge here just in case one of my pieces happen to move on me. This side is this side is okay, but I needed to put some on that side. All right, so I am gonna add some down here. And this is an insert, you guys. This is a piece, part of an interchangeable set for a 4-foot porch leaner. And so this piece down here is the insert piece. It's best not to paint the insert piece because paint, whenever it dries, can cause an uneven surface or can make it a little difficult to fit within the pocket. Okay, so I'm going to put everything together and show you exactly what I'm referring to for anyone who may not know. Okay, so while I'm at it, I am going to go ahead and do my pumpkin pieces, and then I'm also going to paint the orange here for my backer, which is where my letters are going to go. Let me wipe that off just a tad bit. Let me get some more paint here. And I'm going to use a larger brush. Not too large, but it's large enough. So I'm gonna paint this here. So with the interchangeable set, I will be posting, because I only sell 4-inch, sorry, 4-inch. I only sell 4-foot porch leaners, because shipping costs, like the shipping price is absolutely ridiculous, especially in certain parts of the country. So yeah, to eliminate any issues or concerns with that, a spike in prices, I only ship 4-foot porch leaners, porch signs. So if you're interested, I will have the interchangeable set available online. My plan is to not release the entire collection at once. I would like to ideally, for example, it's fall time, right? So I would like to just release the fall pieces for now. There are 3 fall sets that you can choose from, fall Halloween sets. And then, you know, you can purchase them by season. They are definitely reasonably priced. You know, after you purchase the interchangeable board, right? The porch leaner itself, the interchangeable pieces are easy to get, you guys. So I'm super excited about that. I do have some other interchangeable set ideas that I'm working on. One in particular I've already cut out. I just have to, well, the interchangeable base, let me say that. I've already cut that out. I just need to cut out those fall pieces for it and get that pushed out to you guys. Right now, I only sell on Etsy. I do have a Shopify account, but I I closed it recently, well, temporarily. I still have my access to my domain name and all that good stuff. I don't plan on getting rid of that, which is www.everythingbnicole. Okay, www.everythingbnicole. Do not plan on getting rid of my domain name. But if you type that in, you're not gonna find me quite yet, you guys. I'm thinking about putting my Shopify website back up. I did enjoy having it. I learned how to use it. For those of you who know, Shopify can be a little icky sometimes, but for the most part, they don't change very often, which is a great thing. I do know Etsy, they operate a lot differently because they actually put the people before you. And so, yeah, they operate a lot different, you guys. But, and because of that, they have changes quite often. Which is, that's very understandable. I don't knock anyone that's up there. So anywho, I decided to kind of step back from my own website just for a little bit, just to kind of test out Etsy to see how, see how the traffic is. And, to get my products and my business in front of more people. So far, it's okay. I would not necessarily say that it has been successful 100%, not to what I expected. But Etsy is one of those platforms, you're gonna have to work it, right? Any platform that is not yours, right? I mean, I understand Shopify is not like originally my platform, but the way how it's ran and set up, and it's the actual, a domain is, well, not necessarily. Let me reword that. With Etsy, everything is pretty much already done for you, besides the fact that, you upload your products, of course, you do your work, your part in pushing traffic to your Etsy page. But for the most part, they already have an audience, right? Versus if you have a standalone domain, then you have to build that yourself organically. Boom. Yep, that's what I was trying to say. So I'm hoping to see an increase in my Etsy views and purchases by the end of the year. I am giving it a few more months just to kind of see how that is working, or how that works. And then from there, I'll decide, if that's something that I want to continue doing. Right now, I don't see why not. But, because it's not a major loss per se. It is, like for my listings, I have it to where they automatically renew. And so whenever it's time for renewal, I pay 20 cents a listing. So that's not bad. But when you have so many listings and you're not seeing that traffic or the purchases coming in, it can definitely add up. And eventually, the reasoning of saying that you're experiencing a significant loss is definitely will be reasonable at that point, at a certain point. So I don't want to get to that point, you guys. So I am just tracking progress. So if you are on Etsy, let me know down in the comments. Let me know how that is going for you. If you have any tips for me, let me know how long you've been on Etsy, your experience, things like that. I love to hear about things like that. So yeah. A little more about me. I started my business because ultimately, well, actually, we moved at the beginning of the pandemic. Like literally the beginning of the pandemic, you guys. And when we moved, I was working full-time. I cannot disclose the name of the company, but I was working full-time, and I just felt like I felt like I was purposed to do something else than just working, putting all of my apples in one basket for a company. And so I began to pray and ask God, like, okay, what am I supposed to do? Like, right now, I don't feel like I know. At the time, I was saying, I don't know what my purpose is. And I am a mom. I'm a mother of 3 wonderful kids. They're all 3 years apart. My youngest is 4. She'll be 5 on October 18th. And then I have another girl, and a boy. And so I love being a mama, right? But I didn't want to just be labeled as that. I wanted to be more, and whatever. Anywho, my mama's, all the mothers out there, I'm sure you'll understand. I'm pretty sure there's some fathers out there that can relate as well. But I desire to be more outside of that title, to actually, for my identity to be more than that. So I began to pray and ask God, like, okay, what am I supposed to do? What are my gifts? Like, what can I do? And I just kind of sat on it for a while. Around that time, I started homeschooling my 2 oldest children, and I actually liked it. And so in trying to learn about content creation and things like that, I know this is going to sound a little crazy. I mean, because I've seen people sell t-shirts and things like that prior to me getting to that point in my life, but it wasn't like that, like there was no interest at all. And so whenever it crossed my mind to even try it, I was indecisive, because I said, well, man, after looking into that particular market, everybody is doing it. I was thinking, there's no way I'm going to be able to make a profit, or even find my people, right? My customer base. Well, for a few months, that was my mindset towards selling t-shirts. And after those few months, I was like, you know what? I have nothing to lose, as far as, giving it a try. So why not? And that's what I started with. I started advertising t-shirts. I did sublimation. First I started with vinyl, right? And then I moved on to sublimation. I started looking into DTF, things like that. But of course, for those who know, if you know, that can get rather expensive, right? So I never did purchase like a DTF machine or anything like that. So that did pretty well. Then I figured I would expand my business. So then I started looking into selling tumblers, coffee mugs, things like that. And so here I'm going to go on with my deep orchid to kind of, brighten that up just a tad bit, to kind of have some variation here in my paint. But yes, I went into tumblers, coffee mugs. I was making coffee mugs for a church, and a few other businesses. So that went pretty well at the start of it. And then let's see, I expanded into you know, little things, tote bags, um, things like that. So that was going pretty well, you guys. And let me see what else, because it's been 4 years. What else did I do? Every once in a while I would design like certificates and things like that. For a hair business reached out to me, and she was having a class, and she wanted me to design her some certificates. And so that was another thing that I did. You know, so little things like that. Oh yeah, the largest thing like that really expanded my business. How could I forget? I'm not the best at multitasking, talking, and all this stuff, trying to think at the same time what I'm doing. So bear with me, you guys. But porch leaners, that's around the time that I started doing porch decor, you guys. So that was fun. Actually, before I even move forward, I need to finish painting this here another coat. So let me quickly do that before I add my white. But yeah, so I started my door hangers, which I was mainly doing wood rounds, you know, those, you know, simple, but, you know, but elegant type door hangers. I was doing 16 and 18-inch door hangers, and then I started selling porch sets. So still my still my door hangers, but then I added porch leaners into that. So door hangers, that was first, and then I went into porch leaners. So that was the beginning, the start of my business. And then it went from that to woodworking. My dad, he was a carpenter. He did pass away a couple years ago. He was a carpenter, and so yeah, he was, I mean, a jack of all trades, like really. And so growing up, he would take me to various job sites. He would do small jobs, some large jobs. Sometimes, you know, we'll either go to a church where he had to paint, lay carpet, add a door, things of that nature. And so that was, I believe that's where my passion came from, watching him just kind of get lost in the work that he was doing. I was definitely fascinated by it. And so I believe that's where my passion came from, because after I started, you know, doing porch leaners and things like that, I had to get into actual woodworking, because I had to learn how to sand the wood. I had to learn, you know, measurements, what I needed, you know, things like that. So things got deep for me at that time, and it kind of pushed me into experimenting as far as like woodworking. So that's pretty much where that came from, or how that started. So now, like, I have a garage full of tools that I use, of course, for various projects. So yeah, that's pretty much, you know, that's the early years leading up to now. Let's see what else. Now, last year I expanded my business farther. I was doing or advertising like paint parties and things like that. last year, earlier this year, well, the end of last year and up to like maybe March of this year, I believe it was. That's what I was advertising, you know, paint parties. And then I started getting into door wreaths, which, you know, if you follow me, you know that you see that portion of my business. So now I have a love for it. And of course, as I scaled my business outside of, you know, the norm, outside of what I typically, you know, was doing, as I did that, I kind of stepped away from just focusing on, you know, t-shirts and things like that. I still have everything, you know, needed to produce t-shirts. I still have some inventory, things like that. So of course, if somebody was to ask me like, hey, can you, you know, I need some t-shirts or whatnot, I still, you know, I won't turn anyone away. Not really a fan of tumblers anymore, but I still have everything for it as well. So yeah, those are a few things about me. I've been married. December will be 12 years, so we've been married for about 12 years now. And if you don't know, I am a believer. I believe in God. So yeah, you guys. All right, so blending is one of my favorite things to do. So that is currently what I'm doing here. And sorry if you guys can hear that background noise. We live near a base, and so it can get pretty noisy. Majority of the time, I don't hear them during this time of day. So I guess they was like, okay, she's live. Let's fly over. So what I'm gonna do now is trying to find the right brush that I want to use. I'm gonna go in my candy corn with that deep orchid, and let's see, let me go back because I was trying to keep track of my time here. So we're gonna go in with this right here. Alrighty. I like to focus whenever I am working along a line, because things can get messy real quick when you're painting. All right, let me do this one. I usually sand my pieces after I cut, but I didn't do this set, but I would definitely do it. I will start back doing it with everything from now on. It just makes the painting and all that a lot easier. So I'm super excited. I am working on, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm working on some monthly kits. I am still working up the details as far as what that is going to look like. If it's going to be like a monthly bundle that's like themed based on a holiday, based on the season, things like that. So I'm working up those details. So I'm hoping to finalize everything by the end of this week, because we are already in a new month. So I really want to get something out for you guys to purchase for the month of October. And so I did cut out a door hanger Not gonna tell you what it is, right? Don't want to spoil anything, but I did cut out a door hanger, and I'm gonna release it as a kit for this month. I just haven't solidified if that's gonna be a every month thing as far as a door hanger, or is it gonna be different things, right? And so that is where I'm at with that. So basically, what I can tell you is that it will pretty much be like I said, well, it'll be an unpainted kit, okay? For those of you who craft or want to craft, you know, you want a hobby, or you just feel like doing it, right? It will be for you. So you will be able to purchase the kit. It will be unpainted, unassembled. So of course you will need the supplies. Each kit will come with a supply list. So if you don't know what to buy, I will share what I used to paint the kit, to assemble it, all the stuff, the type of glue, everything. So what you will have to do is purchase the paint, paint brushes. If you need to use, you don't have to use the pens, you guys. You don't have to use the pens that I use, but I love them. You might love them too. And so I do use those very often in various projects. So, you know, if you want to use them, that's something you will have to purchase. The glue, things like that. Now, one of the details that I'm trying to finalize is whether or not I will provide what's needed for each kit. So if I do something like a subscription group for you guys, then once you join, like your first time joining the group, you will have to cover shipping costs, which something like that is, you know, it's not high at all. But I was basically sending you a painter starter kit. Excuse me. I'll send you a starter kit, which will include your brushes, glue, maybe some paint pens that I use often, things like that, right? And so you'll get that will be your welcome to the membership group. And so that way, going forward from then on, you know, whenever you get your monthly kit shipped to you, then you already have everything that you need, right? And then that's that. Now, if I do the subscription group, of course, each month, you just pay your monthly fee, and then you'll get, you know, the kit will be shipped out by a certain day during the month, and it'll be free, right? Everything will already be covered from your subscription costs that you pay monthly to be in the group. So I'm thinking about that. Let me know what you guys think. You know, if you will be interested. I think it will be fun. We will meet in a private Facebook group, and so that will be where the tutorials will be held. So you never have to figure out, you know, you'll never have to ask yourself, how can I paint this? Like, I will always provide inspiration and go live, so we can paint and assemble the kits together. That is the goal. So yeah, so if you're interested, just let me know, and I will definitely get that going underway for anyone who wants to do it. And again, you know, the kits can range from door hanger, an interchangeable piece, or an interchangeable set, like something like this that goes with something, right? That kind of thing. So that's kind of That's kind of what I'm thinking about. So definitely let me know. All right, so moving along, let me see. I want to do the black last, only because that can get a little messy. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the white of my ghost, and then do let me see, and then do the white on my letters here. So I'm gonna do the ghost first. All right, so I'm gonna have to be careful because I got some brown. I have some brown in that. Let me see. Let me do it like this. Make it quicker than dipping. And just spread it out. Alrighty, I'm not sure. I was just thinking, I'm not sure why I decided to do the traditional door hanger for fall / Halloween, because you know, well, some of you know, I design wreaths as well, and I'm shocked that I'm not going that route. Now, I almost went that route, but I wanted to have a little fun with it. So that's why I decided otherwise, which is to, like I said, I've already did my door hanger. So now I'm working on my interchangeable porch leaner. And then next is going to be a surprise upload, you guys, a bonus. So I'm not going to tell you what that is, but it is something else that's going to go on my porch as well. So yeah, so take a guess what you think that is. And don't just tell me, like, the theme is evident, right? If you go look at the video of the door hanger, me designing the door hanger, and then you look at, you know, this here, the theme, yeah, very easy to guess at that. But can you guess what else I'm designing to actually put, like, what it is on my porch? And I ordered me some pumpkins. So I'm going to put some pumpkins on my porch, you guys, as well. So I had those delivered this morning from Walmart. And it is crazy, you guys. They have the strike going on. And I'm pretty sure you guys, you probably heard about it. But they have that going on. And man, oh man, with the ports and all that stuff, yeah, things are getting a little crazy. So usually I'm able to, order my eggs, bread, things like that for delivery. Yeah, it's not that they're out of stock. You have to go in the store to get it. And I mean, I understand, because, if you go in the store, they probably have a limit, right? You can probably only get, 3 loaves of bread, a couple of things of eggs, and that's it. So I definitely understand. And so they got it to where you can't have it delivered. You just have to go to the store. So that's that. Yeah. All right, so all I'm doing here is painting my letters. And then we're gonna do the cat, the eyes, and then the buttons, So we don't have much left to go. So let me know what you guys think so far. Make sure you let me know what you think about the kits that I am, the monthly kit. You know, if you want to, if you would rather see that in the form of a monthly subscription to where you can get your welcome gift, which will, like I said, will consist of everything you need for your monthly kits, right? If you prefer that, or if you prefer no welcome kit, and want to buy your monthly kits at individual prices, let me know what you guys think about that. And I may even offer both, you know, keep both options, but offer both for those who are interested. So my goals, and I'm thinking about leaving it like that. I actually like that, but I might just do another base to that. We'll see. While I'm waiting for that, I am gonna go ahead and go in with, actually, well, yeah, I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with these here. Go like this. So I'm gonna go in with this green. This is Hauser medium green. This is what I'm gonna be using, you guys. I'm just gonna put that right there. Get my makeup sponge here. Alrighty, here we go. I would like to add, so I do know, I do it sometimes. I do know that some people, they go in, depending on the color, it doesn't matter what color they're painting something, they do it anyhow, but they prime their surfaces with the white. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I do it sometimes, but you know, something like this, I'm not so keen on the colors being super bright, and so I did not go in with the white paint. Some people actually use primer. Some people use paint. I use my regular white acrylic paint. It's a lot quicker, cheaper, and I always have it on hand. And the white that I use, it gives really good coat, a really good even base. So yeah, that's what I do. I do it very often, but mainly on door hangers. You're not really going to see me do it on something like this. Now, unless, of course, I know some paints, some acrylic paints, they can be watered down. A lot of times, like if you happen to have a paint color and it's just not giving what you know it's supposed to give or what you think, you want to make sure that you are shaking up your paint, okay, before you actually dispense it for use. I've noticed that with some deco art paints, if I let them sit for a while, that happens. It's normal, you guys. Just give it a good shaking and then you'll be good to go. So yeah, some paints are more transparent than others. Like there's a yellow that I have, and I use it quite often, and man, oh man, that yellow is transparent to the point where I'd prefer not to even use it. But I decided to try a different brand also to see, you know, if it was a brand that I was using, and it's not the brand. I'm pretty sure there's a brand out there with yellow that is probably gives you that perfect coating that perfect coat the first time. I just have not found it yet. So if you know of, give me a tip or something. If you know of a yellow or, bright colors out there, a really good paint brand, other than what I use, definitely let me know in the comments so I can give that a try. I do not knock trying new things, you guys. All right, so we have that done, and now I'm going to set that aside, and I'm going to go back over my letters here to give it another coat. As far as sealer, right, acrylic sealer, I do use a spray. I used to use only the sealer in a can, the polyacrylic, but I've not had a really good experience with that. I did early on, but whenever it comes to certain projects, you know, where you got to get in the nook and crannies and things like that, it's not always the ideal thing for me to use. So I only use spray acrylic sealer. Let's see, I mainly use it on door hangers. I don't really use it on indoor projects, but it kind of depends on the material, the project itself, things of that nature, right? So that is more so of a preference thing. You know, something that you can try out to see what you like. All right, so almost done here. I like to take masking tape and just put it on my surface like this here. Probably should have did a bigger piece, but this should be fine. Is this the one that I had? I think so. So I'm going to paint the eyes, and then these are the 2 buttons that that goes on that top sign. Let me see. Here's my black paint. So I'm gonna put that there. I do not need much of that at all. I'm gonna get a sponge. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna dab some there in here. Then I just kind of hold my tape down just a little bit. You don't really have to hold it down too much. And I'm just using this so that I don't have a lot of buildup, you guys. All right, so now let's get the cat done. I will use a paintbrush, but this will work just fine. All right. And if you're a business owner, drop your social media handles and the websites and things like that in the comments so that I can follow and support you all. You know, we are, as crafters, creators, designers, things like that, we are a community, right? We are a community first, and I would love to get to know you all and keep up with you all. You know, stay up to date with everything that you have going on. That will be awesome. And for those of you wondering, actually, you know what? Let's play a little game. So in the comments, guess how old you think I am. I know you can't see me on this video, right? You can't see my face, but you can hear my voice. If you look at previous videos, you will be able to see me. I've gone live on my Facebook page. My face and all that is on TikTok as well. So take a moment, go check all of that out, and then come back here and let me know how old do you think I am. That would be super exciting to know what you all think. All right, so now we are working with this here. This is, again, that top sign there that I was telling you all about. And what I want to do, let me see. I usually use those sponge pouncers, but I don't have any, and that's okay. So I'm going to use, this is a size 10 round brush. So I'm going to use this, and I'm going to try to do polka dots, you guys. I'm not a big fan of doing it this way. but we're gonna make it work. So let's see. So I'm gonna get a good amount up here, and actually I think, you know what, let me see. I don't want to do it. I think I'm gonna just do, oh yeah, that's not gonna work. Great. I'm gonna do it just like that. And just kind of, because everything, you know, don't want everything to, you know, be super perfect, because it's not necessarily what I'm going for. Let me turn that around, bring it around like that. Let me make this one a little bigger. All right. Not too bad. What do you guys think? What method do you all use to do polka dots? I know there's different ones out there, and let me put this up here so that I know where I want to put these polka dots. And I kind of want to do it like this. So that will go right there. I just don't want to put it like directly up there. All right, so we got that. We're gonna do some over here. Do some up here. Do one here. And do one here. All right, and keeping in mind, let me see if I can take that off. Those dots there, they're gonna go up here like that. So I'll probably bring one trying to focus here. That one came out a little wonky. Let's see if we can fix it. All right. Probably do one here. And then we have our frame. Okay, so that goes on the outside. So I'll go ahead and add some around the bases here. So I can move this out of the way. All right, so just adding some polka dots, you guys. Let me know what you guys think. Kind of want to add something in there, which I still might. it's gonna be one of these type things. I'll probably just add them and then just glue on top. I want it to be, I want it to look nice. Oop. And then we're gonna add one more. Perfect. All right, so there we go, you guys. I like it. All right, so I'm gonna move this off to the side and let that dry, and then I'm gonna go in. Let me see. I'm gonna leave that exactly how that is because I like that. All right, what I am gonna do is go in with, let me see which one I want to use. I'm gonna use my medium paint pen. I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of go in here. Just kind of add a few things. This one's a little wonky. All right, and then all right, there's that, and then we're gonna go ahead and add the eyes. And again, this is a glue that I use, Tight Bond. All right, so I'm gonna kind of do all right. So there we have it. And then we're gonna go ahead and glue these down. Let me make sure you guys can see that. All right, so now with this, I typically just lay it down and then it kind of adheres on its own. Now, if I was using, there's a post, a porch post that I made, I think it's been about a month. That video is up as well in my YouTube shorts. In that video, you will see me do a lot of clipping. Let me see, where are they? I bought them upstairs. Now I don't see them. But I use little clips to make sure that everything is, you know, tight enough to secure properly. But something like this, I don't use them. Okay, and then moving along with this one. All right, there we go, you guys. So now, I'm actually going to glue my candy corns on after I get my insert, get everything else done, only because I want to make sure that it's not going to interfere with me being able to insert it properly. And then of course my cat is gonna go here. So let me go in with my marker here. All right, so we got that, and then I'm gonna go in with, let me see, just to kind of fix these up a little bit. And I'm gonna go in with my black. All right, so let me put it back up here. Try not to touch it, so you guys can get an idea of the look I'm going for. All right, so we got that. We have our greenery for everything, all of that nice stuff. So now I'm just going to, I gotta be careful because that is not dry yet. So I'm just gonna get this out the way and just sit it there. All right, so now I'm going to go in with, this is the frame for the top piece, and then this is for the basket, the pail, excuse me, the bucket. All right, let me see, let me get, wipe everything off. All right, so let me, because I want to use my, actually, you know what, let me just put all this, I'm trying to make sure, yeah, that I've done everything so my brushes aren't just sitting out. This is, I got this from Hobby Lobby, you guys. This lifts up. It's just a brush cleaner, brush cup. I think it was maybe $12.99, I believe. There's different brands out there, but if you want to know more about it or see it after I rinse it out, all that good stuff, I can show that to you. All right, so I'm going to be using two different types of brushes here. This is to kind of add that extra look, and then this is going to be for, you know, everything else. All right, so let me put my white down first, and I'm actually gonna put it on my frame and everything, and then I'll go back and adjust everything. Take that off. Don't want that to mess up anything. Alrighty, so we're going to let that dry, and then we're going to add another coat. Alright, and then we're going to also add it to this right here. I know this part's going to get a little messy, but that's okay. Alright, so we're going to let that dry, and then now I'm going to move on to getting this part done. So here we go. Oop, that's got a little, there we go. So I'm going to paint it this way, and actually I'm going to have to, just to make it easier, oftentimes I do this, just put it on up there at one time. And it works the same, if not better. Then I get my edges. And then just spread everything out. And this does not have to be perfect because it is a bucket, a pail. All right, so let me get some of that off. All right, and then I'm gonna go in here on the sides, and I am gonna let that dry some. I'm gonna do somewhat of a blend, but not too much of a blend. So you'll be able to see what I mean in just a moment. All right, so now I'm gonna go back around this here. So the frame, the pail, these 4 pieces here is the set, the kit for the 4-foot interchangeable porch leaner. The inserts, you have to purchase those separately. Okay, so those are put into kits separately. So if you let's say I do the monthly, I mean, even if I don't, I'll probably still make everything, the cutouts available for sale. So let's say you want this, you will have to do separate purchases. So these 4 pieces, you will add to your cart, and then you'll add whatever insert set that you want to start with. You'll add that also to your cart. Now, of course, you only purchase these 4 once, unless you're making multiple porch leaners. But if you're only going to be making one porch leaner, then you only need to purchase this set one time. All right, and then let's get this one. All right, so we got that done. So now we're gonna go in with slate gray. We're gonna use this. Alrighty, and for the pail itself, it's gonna be, let me see. Keep that down. Add just a little gray and white to the sides here. All right, there we have it. Some of that off so it's not just sitting there. That off. All right, so that is our pail, and then I'm gonna go in and just kind of distress these. It's a little gray. And again, this is the frame. All right, then I'm gonna come back in and do the outer edge. All right, let that dry just a little bit. Then I'm gonna come in over here. All right, and then this one I'm gonna do. And then that's gonna go on top, and then it's gonna dry. And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let this dry some. Let me see. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. That's all right. This is a heated craft tool. They're about, I think I spent $20 for this on Amazon. So I just want this to dry some. And then I'm gonna go in with this as well. And again, if you have not subscribed, make sure that you do so and leave some feedback for me in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of this project here, this interchangeable set. And let me know what you would like to see more of. All right, so that's what we have. All right. And the last thing that we need to do, I'm going to set that aside. The last thing we need to do, hopefully I don't mess this up because my hands are dirty. But I'm going to go in with my white marker here and just kind of fill in some of these. All right, and that is that, you guys. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, I'm gonna assemble everything on my porch leaner. I'm going to do that video in a quick time-lapse video, and I'm going to post it in my YouTube shorts. I'm also going to post an image of the finished product at the end of this video. So again, if you have not subscribed, make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you like, make sure you comment, share the love. I would love to get to know you guys as you get to know me. And yeah, so until next time, bye you guys.